Scientists say that our sun may turn into a red monster. Just when the sun will lose all its light, that is, it will die. Scientists have made many calculations about what the sun will look like after it dies. However, the time they talked about, i.e. when the last state of the sun appears, the human species will no longer survive, but in this video I will know why it will happen. According to a report published in Science Alert, scientists previously thought that after the death of the sun, it might turn into a planetary nebula or nebula. A nebula is usually a type of star that is made up of a large amount of dust and gas but has no luminosity. Even though the name is planetary, there are no planets around these nebulae. But now scientists are seeing that our sun will be quite a bit bigger than the nebula. But in 2018, a group of scientists found that in most cases when a star dies, it turns into a planetary nebula. However, our sun and other satellites were formed 6 billion years ago. By analyzing the composition of other stars the size of the sun, a group of scientists recently concluded that the sun will die in another 1 billion years. An article on this topic has been published in a journal called Nature Astronomy. Another possible scenario, scientists say, is that our sun could turn into a red giant within the next 5 billion years. In this case, even though the center of the sun will shrink, its outer surface will grow so much that it will reach Mars, in which case our Earth will also go into the sun's belly. At one stage of the death cycle, the sun may become a white dwarf, but long before that, human existence will be in crisis on this Earth because the brightness of the sun is increasing at a rate of 10% every billion years. And in that case, our seas and oceans will evaporate. Simply put, the Earth will become dehydrated and the Earth's surface will become so hot that it will no longer be suitable for water formation. Many previous studies have shown that for a star to become a planetary nebula, it must be at least twice as massive as the sun, but even if the sun is not massive, a 2018 study suggests that our Sunday may first become a red giant and then a white giant. Will become dwarfs or white dwarfs and eventually a planetary nebula. Albert Gijlstra, a professor of astrophysics at the University of Manchester in the UK and lead author of the article, said that usually when a star dies, it emits a large amount of gas and dust called an envelope. Can be up to half the mass of the original star, at which point the star's core is exposed and eventually the star dies.